AI revolution world.
What if I told you the most dangerous weapon raised in human history isn't nuclear, it isn't biological, and it isn't even happening on battlefields? It's happening inside machines. Machines that think, learn, and decide faster than any human alive. This is the AI robot arm race.
And T800 is just the beginning. While most people are distracted by chatbots and viral AI videos, the world's superpowers are quietly racing to build autonomous AI robots capable of replacing soldiers, pilots, and commanders. No emotions, no fear, no hesitation. Once deployed, there is no off switch. T800 isn't just science fiction anymore. It's the symbol of a new generation of AI powered war machines. Fully autonomous, self learning, connected to global satellite network. Able to operate 24/7 without human approval. This system don't just follow commands, they optimize outcomes. And that's where things get terrifying. The United States, China, and Russia are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into AI robotics. The US focuses on AI battlefield coordination. China dominates mass scale robotic manufacturing. Russia invests in autonomous lethal drones. Each nation believes the same thing. If we don't build it first, someone else will. That's how arms races begin and how control is lost. This is not future tech. AI driven drones already choose targets. Robotic units patrol borders. Autonomous bicycles move military supplies without human drivers.
And experimental humanoid robots are being trained to operate in urban combat environments. The scary part, these systems are improving faster than regulation can keep up. Here's the real question no one wants to answer. If an AI robot makes a lethal decision, who is responsible? The programmer, the military, the machine? AI doesn't understand morality. It understands efficiency, and history shows us efficiency doesn't always mean humanity. Unlike nuclear weapons, you won't see the wars coming. No sirens, no countdown clocks.
Just systems quietly upgrading themselves, learning from global data, preparing for scenarios we never authorized. By the time the public realize what's happening, the balance of power may already be decided. Experts warn that the first nation to achieve true autonomous AI dominance won't just control the battlefield, they'll control economics, security, a global influence. This isn't about robots replacing humans. It's about humans becoming irrelevant in decision of war. So the real question is, are we building machines to protect humanity? Or machines that will one day decide we're the problem? The T800 isn't coming. It's already here.
Then we come to the third industrial revolution, which can be called the digital revolution. It's originated in the late 1960s, and the tremendous developments in information technology brought us our modern day computers, telecommunications technology, the internet, lasers, fiber optics, social media platforms, e commerce, and spread of information and knowledge via the internet. This third industrial revolution saw massive automation of manufacturing processes and the creation of new industries such as software and information technology. Business and manufacturing processes began to be powered by computers and productivity soared. Humans in the workforce began to be replaced by machines, especially factory floors. Of course, initially there was a big concern of job losses as with the previous revolutions, but humans still remained relevant and workers adapted and upskilled themselves to use and operate the machines. This era will also be. And now we come to the present day, the fourth industrial revolution. In just 14 years since 2010, we have witnessed an exponential rise of artificial intelligence or AI, Internet of Things or IoT as it is called, biotechnology and nanotechnology wonders. Is it now the year 2024 and AI has already begun to transform almost all industries? AI powered machines can communicate with each other and decision making has become increasing data driven. This has resulted in a whole new world of possibilities from smarter and more efficient manufacturing processes to self-driving cars, smart cities. AI generated creative content like image, videos, audio, music, storybooks, and novels.
Research papers and a whole lot of others cognitive stuff. AI can now even generate computer programs in minutes. A task that would normally take human programmer months to do. The biggest worry of the day is job losses. Many professions such as artists, writers and authors, doctors, programmers, lawyers, accountants, bankers, and even the entire production crews of Hollywood movies are nervous due to the potential impact of AI on their jobs and income. The concern of job losses is a serious threat, and rightly so. In the previous industrial revolutions, humans managed to stay relevant due to the fact that machines did not have the capability to generate new stuff on their own. Human creativity and decisions were still required for machines to perform their task. But all that is changing now and changing at speeds that humans are not prepared for. The rate at which AI is improving is creating fears of disruption in almost everything we do. This brings us to the fast emerging fifth industrial revolution. Some scientists say that we may already have stepped our foot into the era with the powerful capabilities of generative artificial intelligence. Computer visions and highly immersive virtual world technologies. In a couple of years from now, let's say by 2026, AI will be able to generate complete enterprise level software applications in a few minutes by just following a few instructions, such as prompts given by humans or other machines.
An era that will take our civilization into a uncharted territory, possibly a post-human era. So that beg The question where will be 50 years from now. Most futurists agreed on one fact that next 2 to 3 decades will bring out the greatest and fastest transformation ever in technology, science, environment, and interpersonal relationships. We are now living in an era of great science acceleration that has unpredictable consequences. In the last decades, we have produced stored more scientific knowledge than in all history of humanity. In 2054, knowledge will be doubled by many folds. By 2054, artificial superintelligence most likely will have arrived, and with it, we would be a civilization that might begin to spread at some significant fraction of.
We will start building infrastructure deep in outer space that will then be used by future biological and non-biological human beings for various purposes. What the purpose is depends on how our transition from human to post-human beings unfolds. Humanity is facing the most shocking challenge ever, whose outcome may depend on the continuity of our species. The path we choose will have different consequences. In the best case scenario, we could imagine super happy humans living immensely wonderful lives. Doing things we can't even begin to imagine, feeling ecstatically blissful and living for unlimited lifespan for thousands of years, interacting, creating, and experiencing virtual worlds. But this wonderful and blissful future could also be a completely synthetic and meaningless life as measured by our present standards of happiness. The future of 2074 could be dark, horrible, and dystopian. A few powerful and ultra-rich humans may form a master race, and the rest of humanity reduced down to useless creatures that are produced and discarded at will. This too is a possibility. In the end, the future of humanity will depend on the utility function of AI that achieves superintelligence, and that superintelligence then will be in a position to shape the longer term outcomes. So a good future depends on whether, as a species, we can sufficiently resolve our cultural, territorial, religious, and ideological conflicts and agree on a common AI ethics definition to overcome biases and the control problem in time. But eventually, we're going to get the point where we have to decide what is a machine and what is a human, and that process has already started. It does appear that we are already nearing a decisive moment in history. The events unfolding over the next 2 or 3 decades will decide what happens to life on Earth, for humans and all other life forms, creatures, and vegetation that depend on planet Earth for their survival. For the remaining 2 to 3 billion years of planet Earth,
Why 2 billion years? Well, in 2 to 3 billion years from now, our only energy source, our sun, will have expanded in size to swallow our entire solar system. In humanity, and other species do not abandon Earth and find other habitable spaces outside our solar system. By the next 2 billion years, everything humans have worked for will end forever anyway. So, humanity is truly at decisive moment. Our entire civilization will change more in the next 20 years than the previous 3 centuries. We are at a point of exponential change for survival or for extinction. We are now at the point where lots of science fiction is becoming science fact. Exponential change is all around us.